For thousands of retirees, November 1st isn't just another date on the calendar. It's a financial turning point. Recent updates to Social Security's benefit rules have quietly reshaped how and when retirees can claim, withdraw, or switch benefits, leaving many unaware of what's truly at stake. Those who filed early, especially during the pandemic, may still be within a 12-month window to undo that decision.
Backhand index pointing right. If this information helped you, don't stop here. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you're always one step ahead. We break down important updates like this clearly so you're never caught off guard. Join our community, stay informed, and take control of your financial future, starting today. Flexed Biceps Calendar.
A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that could mean the difference between collecting an average monthly check and unlocking more than $2,400 in added income over time. But that window is closing fast. Missing the cutoff doesn't just delay benefits. It permanently locks in a lower payout for life, a decision that could quietly cost tens of thousands in lost retirement income. The urgency lies not only in the deadline but in understanding the complex web of Social Security strategies. From the distinction between suspending and withdrawing benefits to timing shifts between survivor, spousal, or personal claims. Each choice carries weight, especially under new administrative delays and processing backlogs that make last-minute filings risky. Acting before the start of November isn't just about avoiding a penalty. It's about preserving the flexibility to refile for higher benefits later, leveraging delayed retirement credits, and ensuring a stable income stream for years to come. With policies tightening and systems slowing, this moment demands clarity, precision, and immediate action. Because once the deadline passes, the opportunity for adjustment disappears forever. There is a hard deadline coming. And if you're receiving Social Security or planning to file soon, you need to act before November 1st or risk losing out on over $2,400 per month in future benefits. This isn't a rumor. This isn't speculation. It's about very real rule changes and time-sensitive options that the Social Security Administration does not proactively remind you about. If you're not paying attention, you could miss a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to dramatically increase your retirement income. Here's what's happening. If you've filed for Social Security benefits within the last 12 months, especially during the pandemic or more recently, you may still be within the window to withdraw your application. That's not suspending, it's a complete withdrawal. That gives you a reset. You can wipe the slate clean, repay the benefits you've received so far, and reapply later for a significantly larger benefit. But this option disappears permanently after 12 months. And for some of you, that 12-month mark hits on November 1st. Once that deadline passes, your ability to withdraw your application is gone. Forever. That decision becomes locked in for life. And the difference isn't minor. It can mean the loss of tens of thousands of dollars over your retirement. This option is especially critical for people who filed early, before full retirement age, without understanding the long-term consequences. Maybe you filed out of fear during COVID, maybe you lost a job and needed the income, or maybe someone told you it was better to take it while it's there. But now you're back on your feet. Or maybe you've realized how much you gave up by filing early. The withdrawal rule gives you one chance to correct that choice. Here's how it works. If you're within that 12-month window, you can file Form SSA 521 to withdraw your benefits. But to do that, you have to pay back every dollar you've received. That includes any payments to spouses or dependents on your record. Yes, it's a large sum, but the upside is massive. If you delay benefits after that and wait until age 70, you can gain roughly 8% in delayed retirement credits for every year you wait. That adds up to a 32% increase if you go from 66 to 70. On a $1,800 monthly benefit, that's over $2,400. Every single month. For the rest of your life. That's why this deadline matters. If you're eligible to withdraw but miss this window, you're stuck with your lower benefit forever. And that lower number could haunt your finances for decades. Now let's be clear. This strategy isn't for everyone. You have to repay the benefits you've already received, which might mean using savings or other resources. It's not easy. But if you have the means, it's one of the most powerful moves you can make to secure a stronger retirement. But withdrawal isn't the only issue at stake right now. There's a whole category of Social Security recipients, spouses, divorced spouses, and especially survivors, who face equally critical timing decisions. For example, if you're collecting survivor benefits, you may be able to switch to your own retirement benefit later, and vice versa. But the switch has to be done strategically, especially around your birthday or full retirement age. Mistiming this could mean the loss of thousands in lifetime payments. And many people don't even know they have this option. If you're divorced but were married for at least 10 years, you may be eligible for spousal benefits on your ex's record. But coordinating that with your own benefits requires precise timing. If you claim the wrong benefit too early, or in the wrong order, you could reduce both forever. And then there's the earnings test. If you're working and also claiming Social Security before full retirement age, the SSA will withhold $1 for every $2 you earn above $21,240. That's a huge penalty for anyone who's still working while drawing benefits. And it's not just a temporary hit. Your benefits are reduced and recalculated later, yes, but it's complicated. The best approach is often to delay claiming altogether if you're working full-time. Otherwise, you're taking a reduced benefit and facing additional withholding. That combination can cut into your monthly income more than people realize. Here's another critical distinction that confuses a lot of people: suspending benefits versus withdrawing them. If you've reached full retirement age, you can suspend your benefits and let delayed credits accumulate. This increases your future payments. But suspension only works if you're past full retirement age, and you can't undo benefits that have already been paid to spouses or family members on your record. Plus, suspending stops all benefits tied to your record, not just yours. That can cause hardship if your spouse or child is relying on those payments. Withdrawing your application, however, is different. It resets everything. But you only get one shot. And only within that 12-month window. After that, it's gone. Why is all of this suddenly more urgent? Because recent administrative changes have slowed down processing times. Social Security systems have been updated, and that's extended how long it takes for requests to be reviewed and processed. So if you want your change to take effect by the start of the month, or the start of the year, you need to submit your paperwork early. Don't wait until the last day of October thinking you're safe. Processing delays mean you might miss the deadline even if you file on time. And if your benefits are adjusted after the start of the new year, you could be facing different tax implications or benefit reductions depending on your income. Timing isn't just about maximizing your benefit, it's also about avoiding penalties. So let's recap what's at stake. If you filed for Social Security in the past year, you may still be able to withdraw that application and refile later for a significantly higher monthly benefit. But that option expires 12 months after your original claim. And for many of you, that deadline is November 1st. Miss it, and you lock in a lower benefit for life. If you're receiving survivor or spousal benefits, you may have options to switch to your own benefits, but only if you time the switch right. If you're divorced, you may be able to claim on an ex-spouse record, but only under specific conditions. If you're still working and claiming early, you're risking a big penalty through the earnings test. And if you're relying on Social Security staff to tell you what to do, they won't. The system is too complex, and the agency isn't equipped to give you personalized financial advice. It's on you to understand the rules, check your eligibility, and act before it's too late. You've paid into this system your entire working life. Don't throw away your best opportunity to maximize what you've earned. Whether it's through a withdrawal, a suspension, a benefit switch, or a timing change, you need to take a hard look at your strategy today. Start by logging into your Social Security account. Check your benefit history. Review when you filed. Look at the date. If you're under that 12-month mark, do the math now. Call your local SSA office. Get the correct form. And if you're not sure what to do, talk to a benefits advisor. There's no penalty for asking questions. There's a huge penalty for doing nothing. If this information helped you, hit the like button. Share this video with someone in your life who needs to hear it, especially retirees, widows, and anyone who filed early without fully understanding the consequences. Comment below with your questions or experiences. And make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications because these deadlines matter. We'll keep covering every change, every deadline, every shift in Social Security policy, so you don't get left behind. And one last reminder. Contact your local Social Security office immediately. The deadline is real. The consequences are real. And your retirement income is too important to leave to chance. If you're still watching and you're thinking, this probably doesn't apply to me, think again. Whether you're already receiving benefits or you're just a few years away from retirement, November 1st could be the dividing line between maximizing your Social Security income or locking yourself into a permanent financial disadvantage. There are no second chances here. No appeals. No do-overs. If you miss the 12-month withdrawal window, it's over. That's the rule. It's written in black and white in the Social Security Administration's own guidelines. You get one opportunity to withdraw your application, and it must be done within 12 months of your original claim. Not 13 months. Not early next year. You either act before the deadline, or you live with the consequences. And the consequences are staggering. Let's break it down. Say you filed for Social Security at 62. You locked in a reduced benefit because you wanted or needed the money sooner. That means you're getting about 30% less every month than if you had waited until 70. Over a retirement that lasts 20 to 30 years, that reduction adds up to hundreds of thousands of dollars. Not maybe. Not possibly. Factually. That money is gone permanently, unless you take the only legal step available to undo the decision, and do it in time. That's where the withdrawal comes in. By filing a withdrawal and paying back what you've received, you can refile later and restart your benefit at a higher monthly amount. The trade-off. You have to refund every check you received. That includes any benefits paid to your spouse or dependents under your record. It's not easy. But for those who can afford it, the long-term benefit can be life-changing. Let's say you're getting $1,500 a month now because you filed early. If you withdraw and refile at age 70, your benefit could jump to more than $2,400 a month. That's $900 more every single month for the rest of your life. Over 20 years, that's over $200,000 in increased income. That's the price of inaction. And remember, it's not just about you. If you're married, your spouse's benefits are tied to yours. If your benefit is reduced, theirs is too. If you leave behind survivor benefits, those are based on your final amount. So filing early doesn't just affect your check, it affects your spouse's entire financial future too. Now add to that the complexity of coordination between benefits. If you're widowed, you may be entitled to survivor benefits. If you're divorced and were married for 10 years or more, you might qualify for benefits on your ex-spouse's record. But if you make the wrong move, claim the wrong benefit at the wrong time, you could end up with a lower amount for the rest of your life. For example, some widows can start collecting survivor benefits and switch to their own retirement benefit later, once it's grown due to delayed credits. But if you don't know this is an option, or worse if you claim your own benefit too soon, you eliminate that switch. That mistake could cost you tens of thousands over your retirement. And once it's made, it's irreversible. The same goes for divorced spouses. If you're entitled to benefits on your ex's record, you have to navigate strict rules around eligibility and timing. A misstep could mean settling for less when you're legally entitled to more. Then there's the earnings test. If you're still working and you've claimed benefits before reaching full retirement age, Social Security will withhold $1 for every $2 you earn above the limit. For 2024, that limit is $21,240. That's not a small threshold. Many part-time and even modest full-time earners will exceed it. And every dollar over that line cuts into your benefit. Let's say you're working and earning $30,000 while also claiming Social Security before your full retirement age. You're $8,760 over the limit. That means roughly $4,380 of your benefits will be withheld. Most people don't realize this until the reduction shows up in their checks, or doesn't show up at all. They think they're going to get their full benefit, but suddenly it's gone. Then comes the confusion, the phone calls, the frustration. That's why the November 1st deadline matters, even if you're not withdrawing your application. It's a wake-up call to take your Social Security strategy seriously. It's the point where you need to reassess whether you're getting what you deserve, or leaving money on the table. The rules are complex, and they've only gotten more confusing in recent years. The Bipartisan Budget Act of 2015 eliminated a lot of previously popular claiming strategies. File and suspend is gone. Restricted applications are now mostly unavailable. What that means is that you need to be even more careful about how and when you file. There are still powerful strategies available, but they're more complicated, and you won't find them laid out clearly on the SSA website. And don't count on Social Security staff to explain them. That's not a knock on the people working there. They're doing their jobs. But their job isn't to give you personalized retirement advice. Their job is to process claims and answer direct questions. If you don't know what to ask, you may never hear about options like survivor benefit switching, divorce-based claims, or even suspending your benefit to earn delayed credits. Add to that the fact that Social Security recently upgraded its administrative systems. The result: longer processing times, more delays, less flexibility. The first of the month is the key effective date for changes, and if you don't get your paperwork in early enough, your change may not take effect in time. That means if you're planning to act before November 1st, you need to act now. Not on October 31st. Not the week before Thanksgiving. If you miss it, you lose the withdrawal option forever. That's not scare talk, that's the policy. You need to get ahead of this. Look up the date of your original application. Count the months. If you're anywhere near that 12-month mark, file the withdrawal form today. If you're thinking about switching from survivor to retirement benefits, call Social Security and get the facts about your eligibility. If you're still working while claiming, calculate whether you're over the earnings limit, and how much of your benefit you're actually keeping. Don't just guess. Don't just wait. The cost of inaction is real. And it's permanent. Contact your local Social Security office. Talk to a benefits advisor. Print the form. Get it in before November 1st. Secure your future while you still can. If you're still holding off, thinking maybe you've got more time or that this will all somehow sort itself out, let this be the final nudge. You don't have more time. The clock is ticking, and the window for action is closing. November 1st is not just another date. For thousands of Social Security recipients, it is the final chance to take control of their financial future. After that, your benefits are locked. That means whatever mistake was made, filing too early, claiming the wrong benefit, misunderstanding the rules, becomes permanent. There is no grace period. There is no extension. There is no special exception for confusion, poor advice, or hardship. Once that 12-month withdrawal period ends, it's over. And what makes this even more painful is that so many people who could benefit from withdrawing their application have no idea this rule exists. The Social Security Administration doesn't notify you as the window approaches. There's no automatic reminder. No warning. It's on you to know the rule, to understand the timing, and to act before it's too late. Let's say you're someone who filed in November of last year. Maybe you were 62 or 63. Maybe you were laid off during the pandemic and filed out of desperation. At the time, it probably felt like the only option. But now your situation has changed. You're working again. You've realized that by claiming early, you locked yourself into a much lower monthly benefit. You have the chance right now to fix that. To withdraw your application, repay what you received, and refile later for a benefit that's up to 30% higher. But come November 1st, that chance disappears. And when it's gone, it's gone. Now let's talk about how this affects the people around you. Because this isn't just about your benefit. If you're married, your spouse's spousal and survivor benefits are based on your final benefit amount. If you filed early and received a reduced benefit, that reduction also impacts what your spouse receives now or in the future. For widows or widowers, the timing of when you switch from survivor benefits to your own benefit, or vice versa, can make a massive difference. But those switches have to be done with precision. It's not automatic. If you do it too early, you may permanently reduce your lifetime benefit. And again, no one's going to walk you through this. The SSA isn't there to strategize with you. You have to research the rules. You have to ask the right questions. You have to submit the paperwork before the cutoff. For those who are divorced and were married at least 10 years, you may have an entirely separate benefit available to you. But most people either don't know this or assume it's not worth checking. It is worth checking, especially if your own earnings history is lower. If you qualify for divorced spouse benefits, and your ex had higher earnings, that could be the difference between struggling and stability. These aren't just minor adjustments. These decisions can shift your monthly income by hundreds of dollars. And over 20 or 30 years, we're talking about tens of thousands lost or gained. This is serious money. And it's your money. You earned it. Then there's the earnings test. Still one of the most misunderstood parts of Social Security. If you're working and under full retirement age, and you're claiming benefits, you are subject to strict income limits. In 2024, if you earn more than $21,240, you start losing $1 for every $2 over that threshold. A lot of people don't realize this until their checks suddenly shrink or disappear entirely. And yes, when you reach full retirement age, your benefit is recalculated. But the damage is already done. Your income gets withheld during the months you need it most. And for many, the recalculation doesn't fully make up for what was lost. That's why knowing when to claim and when not to is critical. It's not just about turning 62 and grabbing the money. That decision has consequences. Delaying can increase your check by about 8% per year, up to age 70. That's a 24% boost if you wait from 67 to 70. That increase doesn't just help you, it helps your spouse, your survivor, your financial legacy. So why do people still file early? Because they don't know any better. They assume the system will guide them. It won't. The system is bureaucratic. It's not strategic. That part is up to you. And if you're watching this now, you know more than most people do. You now know about the 12-month withdrawal rule. You know that November 1st is a hard deadline. You know that acting now could result in a benefit that's $900 more per month, for life. And you know that failing to act means locking in a mistake permanently. So what are you waiting for? Go to your Social Security account. Look at your benefit start date. Check how many months have passed. If you're still within 12 months, download Form SSA 521. Contact your local Social Security office. Submit it. And if you're not sure how to handle it, get advice. Talk to a retirement planner, a benefit specialist, someone who knows the system. Don't guess. Don't assume. Don't delay. If you're past the 12-month mark, you still have options. You can suspend your benefits once you hit full retirement age. That stops payments and lets you earn delayed retirement credits going forward. It won't undo early filing, but it can help increase your benefit moving forward. Just be aware that suspending also stops any payments being made to others on your record. You need to understand these distinctions. Withdrawal is not the same as suspension. They have different rules, different impacts, and different deadlines. And only one of them closes forever on November 1st. So here's what you do next. Like this video if it gave you clarity. Share it with someone you know, someone who might have filed early and could still fix it. Comment below and let us know if you've taken action or have questions. And hit that subscribe button, we're not done. These deadlines are just the beginning. You need to stay informed because Social Security rules are changing fast, and the cost of being uninformed is real. Turn on your notifications. Stay ahead. And whatever you do, do not let November 1st come and go without checking your eligibility. You've paid into this system your entire life. Now make sure you're getting what you've earned. Don't leave thousands of dollars behind because you missed a deadline. Now,